Okay. So while I'm still sitting upstream and I'm not super dedicated to playing it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm going to go over what happened yesterday. So yesterday I wake up. It's a day like any other. It's I've been waking up late lately because I don't have a job right now or anything. So job hunting, whatever. I need to do things. So this is actually triggering me. There. So what am I gonna do? I get up. I'm gonna get some food. Okay. So I go out and I notice my dog's barking like crazy and my brother's outside. And why the fuck would my brother ever be outside? He never goes outside. So I go check out what's happening in our backyard. And on a little trampoline net to keep my little nephew safe. There's a little baby owl just perched on it, and my brother's trying to get him to move on to this little fucking bike that he can move around or whatever. Which is stupid as fuck, but whatever. So my brother gets this little bird to move onto the bike handle, and what do you know? The little bird falls. So I had to scoop up this little owl, and I had to find a place to put him. And this is what the little guy looks like. I'm using a fucking desktop capture to show this because I don't want to mess with too much in OBS right now because that can get messy. But this is the little guy. I had to put him on our little table outside. And look at him. He's adorable. Anyways, so I had to find a place to put him. At first, I put him on top of the shed because that's where his mama hopefully could see him. It's relatively high up. My dogs cannot eat an owl that is up there. And he would be relatively safe, but he fell off of the shed and I had to take him back and put him on a little table here. And I just let him chill for a while, and he was actually chilling. He was just looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm waiting for you to fly, you little fucker. But yeah, so he was chilling for a while. He fell off the shed, had to put him back here. And then after a while, I noticed he was cool. He was just not doing anything. Surprisingly, he wasn't too aggressive towards me. He's a wild little fucking owl, but he did his chirping to like tell me to back off and stuff, but I didn't care at first. I had him in my hand to protect him. I guess after that he was just chill with me. And then, I had to put him back up on the shed. I really wanted his mama to find him because I'm not about to kidnap a fucking baby owl. Well, actually, he's actually pretty close to like fully grown, actually, for like the species. But there's small owls. He can't really he wasn't really flying on his own, so can't let the dogs eat him. So his mama is somewhere here. So like my neighbors have bamboo because they try and react to Vietnam or something on occasion. But the owl, his mama owl, was somewhere in here. Where I can't actually see in this picture. Somewhere in this bamboo. And then there we go. There's mama owl. There's the one that can actually fly. And there's a better picture. So not much bigger than him, perched in like some very light foliage of the bamboo. So mama was watching him. So I was like, you know what? I'm leaving these birds alone. They can figure out for themselves. Bad call, apparently, because letting them figure out for themselves. Oh, there's another picture. I forgot how many I had in here, but There, I'll zoom in. There's the protecting owl. How many I left in there, I don't quite fucking. But I left them outside. I wanted the birds to take care of themselves. And this happens. I go back out there, make sure my dogs can't eat fucking owls. And this is what I see. He's in this little bush. And at this point, my parents are home, and I had to tell them that, yeah, don't let the fucking dogs murder this owl. He's a little guy. You know, he's cute enough to live. And then my mom was like, we should bring him inside, which I was not for. I knew that mama was probably watching still. I knew that he would be fine as long as these birds, as long as my dogs didn't fucking try to eat this guy. I knew everything would be fine. But my mom insisted that we had to make sure that he was safe. So I went out there with the little Amazon box full of fucking tissues to let him be safe in. And I had to grab this dude off of this branch to make sure he was out of reach of my dog. So I grabbed him. He was very fussy. He felt safe. And admittedly, he was pretty safe in there as long as he didn't get spotted. But I had to grab him. He pooped in my hands, which is not the most fun experience in the world. I grabbed him, and as I got him off of the branch and started moving him to the box, I bent over a little bit, and his mama like swooped down over my back, and I could like feel her talons like graze my shirt. And I was like, oh, okay, mama's still here. I shouldn't be doing this shit. I put him down in the box still because I had him in my hands and nowhere to put him. And, you know, he got super scared over that. So I'm like, you know what? His parents are still watching. He's fine. I'm not afraid to just leave him somewhere. So eventually I had to move him up. His mom kept like getting into the gutter of my house. So I just eventually like tried to reach up and let him jump into the gutter, which he did. He was adorable, like peeking his head out from it, but he didn't really perch like his mom did over the gutter. So yeah, I left him there for a minute. And eventually he flew just right back to this bush again. So I'm like, okay, we're just back where we started. So, you know, I fucking was like, you know, we'll just leave him there. That night I streamed till like 2 or 3 a.m. and I checked in the middle of the night, and he moved to my little garden fence back here where I keep my plants secluded. He was perched right here, and his mom was still upset at me, even though I was just saying hello. I didn't want to move him
Still in my
again,
backyard.
but he's pretty upset in this one, and it's a pretty blurry photo, but yeah, flashing a light at him. I didn't want to really flash it, but I wanted to make sure I got a good picture just to show how tiny he is. Like back there are my plants. But he was perched here, and like I was chilling. I didn't even touch him or anything, and then his as I was leaving the second time, his mama came and swooped right down at me again, right over my head, and I could feel her talons on my scalp. It went for my head or some shit. That's crazy. So I was like, you know, he's safe enough. I go out there this morning and he's not there anymore. So I don't know where he went. Hopefully not into just another neighbor's yard or whatever, because probably not the safest, but that's this little guy. That's this little guy. He's adorable. I would have considered kidnapping him if his parents weren't watching him. I would have had a little pet owl. No, that's awful. There's a bird sanctuary nearby that I would have actually probably had to give him over to, because I would not trust my dogs to eventually not there's a bird sanctuary. They take care of a lot of fucking birds here. So these owls are probably fine. I did check. I don't think they're an endangered species. I think they're just an eastern screeching owl. And what? And like, you know what? I'll play a call. Eastern screeching. I'll play a little call of theirs because I didn't save. I didn't move over the video I took of them. Eastern screech owl. Winnie. Okay, so I have to move up my desktop. So this is the call. It's a very common owl. So yeah,
Hey, little guy.
Okay, that very light fluttering sound, that's their call. They also do something with their beak where they like just tap it, like trying to make like a little rattle sound. And that was what he was doing a lot when he was scared of me. There's a few different ones. If they do like a short like unfluttery sound, that's another like caution thing. But yeah, that's the owl I meant. This is my lazy video that I'm uploading. I'm recording at the same time.